So I'm sure you've probably seen a symbol like this, or even just any of these ones on your gauge cluster whilst you are driving. Well, here's what they mean. So starting with the first one, which is this, and it is called the check engine light. And just as the name implies, this warning light basically tells you, or basically alerts you, that there is something wrong with your engine. So there are many sensors in and around the engine, and all of these sensors have particular or specific parts of the engine they are assigned to. So when one of these sensors detects an issue or a fault with its assigned part, that's when it sends this check engine light to your gauge cluster so that you can be notified about it. So this is the next symbol, and this one basically means that your car's traction control feature is turned off. And by the way, the traction control feature is just a feature that gives your car a very good grip on the road whilst you are driving in wet or slippery conditions. So unless you are like a professional racer or a professional driver, your traction control feature should not be turned off. So moving on to the next one, which is this, and this one means that your fog lights are on. So basically the fog lights are those two smaller lights mostly located at the bumper area of the car, and what they do is that they give you extra visibility, or they give you more visibility during foggy conditions, just as the name implies. So the next symbol will be this one, and this one is telling you that your tire pressure is low, so you probably need to put some air in them. Moving on, we have this symbol, and this one means that your oil pressure is very low. In fact, when you see this symbol, you better just stop your car and get your oil topped up, because if you keep driving like this, there's a very high possibility that you might end up damaging your engine. Another dangerous symbol is this, and this one means that your coolant level is low and your car's engine is overheating. So if you see this one too, make sure you stop your car immediately and get it checked out, because if you keep driving with it, there's a very high possibility that you can damage your engine. So moving on to the next symbol, we have this one, and it means that your brake system has an issue. So you definitely have to get it checked out. So the next symbol is this one, and it means that your ABS system has an issue. And by the way, ABS stands for anti-lock braking system, and it's a system that prevents the wheels of your car from locking up whilst you are braking, enabling you to be able to control the car. If you want to know more about the ABS system, you can check out my previous video. So moving on, we have this symbol, and it means that there's an issue with your airbag system. It might be the sensors, or it might be other components, so you definitely need to get it checked out. So the next symbol, which is this one, means that every single electronics in your car at that moment is running solely on battery power. Normally, whilst you are driving, it is the alternator that supplies your car with electricity. So if you are driving and you see this symbol, it means that probably your alternator has failed, or there's something wrong with it and your battery isn't charging. And lastly, this one should be self-explanatory. It means that your car is low on fuel and you should start heading on to a filling station. Anyway, I hope you learned something today, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.